Back to the 4-2-3-1. Hello folks, and welcome to a brand new video by me, TacticalMax7 on YouTube. Today I am looking at the 4-2-3-1, slight tweak to the old one I had. Very similar, but slight tweak, and just going to talk to you guys about the way it sets up and how we want to play it. No gameplay for you guys today. I've got a whole lot of stuff going on at home. I hope you guys can appreciate and understand that the next few videos probably won't have gameplay with them. But I've got a couple of formations that I need to put out onto the website, which is where this one will be. And I want to make sure I'm getting some content out for you guys so I can explain through the tactics I'm putting out. So if we get into the nitty gritty of it, the 4-2-3-1, there it is there. And let's have a look. So we start off with the balanced build-up style. The thing I would recommend, I really like counter. But it does throw your players forward quickly, and then this one we don't have any of our CDMs on defend, so you do get caught out a little bit sometimes. That's why I've got both fullbacks on, not wingbacks kind of thing. So I always start off with balanced. If you're getting towards the end of the game and you're winning and you're quite comfortable, switch it on to short passing, and then just keep control of the ball. It's a very viable tactic that I've been using, especially in champs. So we start off in balanced and we're on high. You can play this on aggressive. I like it on aggressive, but I'm putting it on high as the default one because I think most people will prefer it. If this is still too high for you and you're struggling, just drop back a little bit. You see, if you look down at the bottom right, you'll see that under high it's dependency on possession. And then when you drop it into balance, it goes compressed team. That just means that your team will struggle to break lines and struggle to push out when you get the ball. So you could find that your team is still very close together, even though you don't have short passing on. The only options you tend to have in that situation is short passing. It can become quite congested. Go even further, it's a cautious approach and inconsistent build-up. That's why I tend to stick it on high. I think high is kind of like the nice sweet spot at the moment for everybody. And that's where I'm liking it. If we get into player roles, we have our striker on advance, forward, and attack. Now, again, if you're finding that's not working for you, I would switch it to poacher and attack. But I like advance, forward, and attack at the moment. I think most people are liking that. My central cam is on playmaker and roaming. Partly that's because I have Jude Bellingham there, and he's kind of a big physical unit. But you can ping balls into his feet, he can hold off players, and he can play balls around the corner or first time through balls and stuff like that. And that's why I've changed this position to a playmaker and roaming. The right cam and the left cam are both on shadow striker and attack, so they're going to be the ones that are again in the box. And if you slow down the play, what you'll find is they time their runs really well into the box, and they really support your striker. You want to have fast, agile players here who are good on the ball and good at finishing. So a lot of the new cards are really good in this position. Our CDMs are both, this time, both on deep lying playmaker and build up. Now this is a change I have made recently. I used to always have one on holding and one on deep lying playmaker. I just found that the holding one was getting that wee bit too far forward and wasn't allowing me to drill ping passes into my cam and my playmaker. So I have them both on deep line playmaker. Now when I first switched them to deep line playmakers, I had them both on defend. That did the opposite. It created too much of a gap between my CDMs and my cams. But I found with both deep line playmakers on build up, it does give you that nice middle ground of distance. It allows you to take the ball, turn, run with it if you need to. I don't advocate running out with your CDMs, but you can run into space, and then you can quite often find a ping ball into the feet of your playmaker in the middle, or a through ball into the area that the shadow strikers are running into. That's really effective and really good. Your fullbacks are both on fullback and balanced. If you're finding they're getting too far forward, you can swap them to defend. It will leave you with a back 4-6 really, but they just won't get up the park and they won't support you at all. That's why I tend to have them unbalanced. Both my central defenders are on defender and defend. My goalkeeper is on sweeper, keeper, and balance. Now your goalkeeper can be on whatever you want. goalkeeper and defend, or sweeper keeper and build up, or sweeper keeper or goalkeeper and balanced, whatever you want. Keepers are just keepers. Find the thing that works best for you and use that. For me at the moment is sweeper keeper. With the ball, we will look like this. Our shadow strikers move forward and get into that space between the central cam and the attacker. They will actually run beyond the striker quite often. So if you get quite nice triangles between your CDM to your cam, and if you play a first time through ball into your, or first time pass into your striker, you will generally 9 times out of 10 have one of the two shadow strikers bursting a lung to go beyond that striker. So you get really quick movements, and it kind of opens up a lot of space. The AI doesn't track it particularly well, and most players will struggle to read all the different runs that are going on. So you can be quite unpredictable, and that's what we want to be. We want to be as unpredictable as we can, and as efficient as we can, really. Players that you want to have in these positions. So with our centre backs, we want to have strong, fast, agile, good defending. For your fullbacks, you want to have players that are, again, bruiser plus is a very big positive to have on this. And players that are going to tuck inside, again, pace, strength, good defensive awareness. Your two CDMs, I always tend to have one who's more, well, I've got two quite tall players actually here, because Gakpo's like 6 foot, isn't he? 6'2". So yeah, I've got two really big players here. What I tend to have is a smaller player and a bigger player, but now I've got two big players here. So I would more likely recommend a small player and a big player, just to give one that. But you just want players that can pass, the ball, that have great vision, that can drill the ball in. I'm not sure what affects the passing speed of a player, but high passing speed is, I've noticed, a real big thing in this game, especially when you're driving the ball into players' feet. Your central cam, again, I'm quite enjoying having a bigger, stronger player here who's able to back into players, take the ball into feet, turn and play it. Jude's really doing it. I think his AI is brilliant as well, if I'm honest. So you want someone here who can do that, in my opinion. If you don't have someone like Jude or Zidane or someone like that, you want to change this guy to a shadow striker, in my opinion. I think shadow striker in the middle and a wee agile player. Like I was playing Endrick in here, I would have him on shadow striker. Your two outside cams are basically as close to wingers as you can get. And then your striker, someone that can do everything. Most of the big strikers now can do everything. Someone who's got skill, who can run past players, that can take the ball into feet, pass the ball, but who will finish absolutely everything. And that's really it. Goalkeeper can be whoever you want, or hit or miss. Yeah, give it a go, see how you get on. Let me know if you like it or not. Again, apologies for having no gameplay, but that's going to be out for a wee bit because I just don't have as much time to make these as I used to. Hopefully that changes over summer. Right, hope you guys like this. Let me know how you get on with it. Let me know in the comments if you hate it or if you like it. Something different from the 4213 anyway. Close to it, but not the same. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.